A very good morning, my dear children. Today we are going to start our day with a beautiful thought on nature. Just see, children, look all around. You will see, you will feel that nature has so much to teach us. If we are willing to stop, look, and listen. So you can only listen and understand the nature. You can learn from nature only if you have the will to stop, learn, and look and listen. With this beautiful thought in mind, today we are going to start our topic. What is our today's topic? Today's topic is modals. What are modals? What are modal verbs? Modal verbs are a special kind of helping verb. Children, yesterday we have done helping verbs. Which are the helping verbs? The auxiliary verbs. And which auxiliary verbs we have done? Be. And what are the three forms of be? Is, am, and are. Then what was the next one? Do. And what were the forms of do verb? Do and does in the present tense, and in the past tense it was did. Then we had have, and what was the forms of have? Has and have in the present form, and had in the past form. So here modals are also special kind of helping verb. Okay, when do we use the modals? We use the modals to show our expression, our mood. For example, if I say, you should follow the rules of the school. So what does it mean? That I am telling you that it's compulsory for you to follow the rules of the school. If I say, please give me a glass of water. So what is this? Can you please give me a glass of water? So what is this? It's a request that I am making. Get out of the class. What is this? It's an order that I am giving. So these different ways of speaking tells the mood of the speaker, expression of the speaker, and these expressions can be understood with the help of the modal verbs. Clear? So a modal verb, see children, we can listen here. A modal verb helps the main verb to express the mood of the subject, and at the same time it can indicate possibility, persuasion, ability, willingness, etc. So there are many things which a modal verb can tell us. Is it clear to all of you? So which are the modal verbs? The examples of modal verbs are can, could, may, must, will, would, might, and should. Okay, so these are the different kinds of modal verbs that you can see here. Is it clear to all of you? Now we will come to each of the modal verb one by one. So first two modal verbs that we take into consideration are can and could. Which are the situations when we use the modal verb can? First one is offer. Often you offer help to your friend. Can I help you in packing your bag? So this is an offer. Okay? Can I come with you to help the old woman cross the road? So this is the offer. Okay? So the first place where we can use the modal verb can is offer. Can I be of any help? So this is the offer you are offering to someone. Next is permission. Give and ask. You can put over there. So this is giving, telling, you can put over there. The same thing can be asked Like here you can say ask, can I put it over there? So this is a permission. You are seeking a permission. Can you put the thing over there? Can I put it over there? Okay. The third one is ability. Ability in the present tense. Ability, say that. What do you mean by the word ability? Ability is something telling about something which you can do. That is ability. So ability means I can drive a car. So this shows your ability. I can drive a car. I cannot ride a bicycle, but I can drive a car. Clear? So here we are talking about your ability and inability. Can says ability, cannot says inability. Possibility. What is the meaning of possibility? Possibility means it can happen or it might not happen. So there is a 50-50 chance. It's not really that it will definitely, it is surely has happened, but the thing is that it can happen or it cannot. There's a possibility. She can be really sad. She can be. It's not sure that she will be really sad, but she can be really sad. Here is a possibility. Finally, request. Children, we keep on requesting you. Can you be please quiet? Can you be quiet? Please be quiet. Can you all please remain silent? Can you all please maintain discipline? So what are these? These are requests. Okay. Now we come to could. After completing can, we come to could. Which are the situations where we can use could? First is suggestion. More polite suggestion. We could write a letter to the president. So it's a suggestion that you could write. We could write a letter to the president. A very polite suggestion. Permission. See, here also in can also we have given permission. In could also we are giving permission. But what is the difference? In can we are just giving give and ask, but in could we are saying it's a more polite permission. Could I ask you a personal question? So this is the example of asking. Okay, I told you that permission is give or ask. So this is in could also the permission means giving and asking, but a more polite version. So what is it saying? Could I ask you a personal question? So this is asking. This is asking. More politely. Okay. Then ability. Again ability, but here ability means a past ability. When I was a child, I could speak Germany. This is wrong over here, children. This will be speak. It will not be spoke. It will be speak. I could speak German. Okay. So when I was a child, I could speak German. And this will be German, not Germany. German. I could speak German. Possibility. Again possibility that it's not sure whether it will happen, but there is a 50-50 chance. He could be the one who stole the money. Means I am not sure. I cannot blame him that he has definitely stolen the money. No. There is a chance that he could have stolen the money. So this is a possibility. Then request. Again requesting is more polite. Could I borrow your pencil please? So it's a very polite request that you are making. So these are the situations where you use the modal verbs can and could. Okay. Now we come to the next modal verb, shall. We use shall in first person to show a future course of action. I told you, I shall go for a movie tonight with my family. When I did tenses, children, I explained. I told you that shall is a word that we generally use in future tense with I and we. Okay. When we will do tense, I will clearly explain this even more. Now also children understand that in future tense with first person, that is I or we use this word shall to show future action. For example, I shall return home on Sunday. We shall complete this work by evening. Okay? Shall is used in the second and third person to express a command. For example, visitors shall not wander into the prohibited area. So it's a command. You cannot, you shall not. Okay, but it is used in second and third person to express a command. Next, shall is used to make a promise. We shall have macaroni for dinner. So I am promising you that we shall have macaroni for dinner. Don't worry, we shall have macaroni for dinner. And shall also is used to show determination. How? He shall work hard to succeed. So this shows the determination of the person that yes, he shall work hard to succeed in the work. Clear? So till shall, I hope it's clear to all of you.